What the hell? Here you go. Microphone for you.
Oh, okay.
So I had the amazing chance to work on the set of The Sopranos.
You did.
I did, and my favorite thing about it was the craft service table.
It was good. It
You
was
guys
good.
serve the best food ever.
I am. Well, food was really important in that show. A lot of people, fans, have said, what I love best about that show was they were eating all the time, and the food always looked great.
And it
in
was.
truth, it was always the same penne with tomato sauce made by the prop department. But I guess it looked great.
Not lunch.
Huh? No.
Lunch was like exquisite.
Good.
Of all the shows and the things that you created, we know you most for The Sopranos. But what are you the proudest of? Is there
Sopranos.
The Sopranos?
Yeah.
What would you like to bring back from The Sopranos?
That maybe a lot of people won't get it. That what I'm doing maybe a lot of people won't like or won't get. I'd like to
Really?
bring that. That's not what Hollywood's about.
Oh, true.
So that's what I'd like to have some more of.
Can we see you working on new projects? Is there something new that you're working on right now?
Well, actually, Terrence Winter and I are trying to sell a project right now. That's all I
Oh.
can say.
Well, considering SAG is on strike right now, you have some time.
Yes, we do. We sure do.
What would you like people to know about being a part of the New Jersey Hall of Fame?
Well, it's an extreme honor. It just doesn't happen anywhere else. There are other states have Hall of Fames. I don't know. But this is great. This is a real honor.
Did you ever think that you'd be being honored like this?
Oh, yeah. From my parents, especially, from when I was a little kid. Oh, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Wait, did you ever perform in front of the mirror with like an award?
No.
Hey, most people
Probably
do.
in my head I did. I mean, I know that I have done interviews in my head. It's so horrible.
No, because I used to practice with a Tony Award. Like
Oh,
I was
wow.
going to win a Tony Award.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, most kids I know that were in the business, we all practiced with awards.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
No, I never did.
What would you like people to take away most from The Sopranos?
Well, I guess it's a very cold universe,
Now it is.
but well, it was then. That's what the show was about.
Right.
But love is the only thing that could ever change anything.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
No, but a microphone?
Yeah, sure.
Women's basketball. How can we improve this? How can we bring more women to the sport?
I think it's a great sport that keeps on growing. I think the more positive exposure we have in the media, in print media, on television, the girls put out a great product. The talent has improved year after year, and we'll continue to build on that.
Right now, women are getting surpassed by men wanting to be women. Do you think this is affecting women's basketball at all?
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Sorry. No, women in sports right now is something very dear to my heart because I think that they need to be honored. And I think that women are just as good as men in sports. What would you like to see change the most in women's sports?
I'd like to see us continue to grow. I'd like to see the talent level to keep improving and exposure to continue to grow and more opportunities. We'll have another team in the Bay Area
Oh,
this
good.
year. 2024 they'll come in, so that's another 12 jobs, professional women basketball players. That's a whole new coaching staff, a whole new management team, a whole new commentating team. So just about 100 new jobs from that organization in
Oh,
women's
yay.
sports. So
Yay.
It's amazing. So
And
we'll
what-
continue to grow.
What would you say to young girls that are looking forward to being part of this? How would you tell them to train?
Just find something you love, whatever it is, and pursue that. And I always, it's never always basketball. It could be art, it could be music, it could be nursing. Whatever you love and want to do, pursue that with all your heart.
Thank you. My interviews are turning all about love, and I love this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Try to get them to look this way.
Okay.
Stand so
Okay.
This is for my TV show.
Presenter tonight, let's welcome the head basket for Sue Wicks. You can walk as well, if you have family or you can walk with her. Fabrice Washington is the presenter of the New Jersey Hall of Fame tonight, the head basketball coach and director. Okay, this is all moving along. We have the cast of this Sopranos taking their script.
Hi. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm Susanna. You too. I'm reading at the New Jersey Hall of Fame. It's the center of the American dream. What is your American dream?
To live a fulfilling life and raise a great family and spread love and be loved. That's how I live life.
What is the thing you're most proud of?
Ultimately, it's my kids because that's my legacy. I have 6 kids. One of them
Six?
Yeah, 6. One is at Princeton. One's at Brown. I have twins, 13-year-olds, and then I got a divorce and I have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old with my second wife. So
Wow.
a lot of girls in there. So I think I earned them. But at the end of the day, it's about how good of kids I raise.
What are you looking forward to doing? What's next in your agenda?
Well, I
Besides raising kids.
Well, I try to evolve every few years and keep taking steps in media or whatever the endeavors are. I've been an entrepreneur, I've been an athlete, obviously, I've been a broadcaster, but I really just want to wait for the opportunities and be ready to capitalize on them when they come.
Is there something that you haven't done that you would like to do?
Well, when I was young, I wanted to be an astronaut. I think it's too late.
And it's no, well, maybe
But-
not.
Well, you never know. So
It's
I've
coming up.
always been fascinated by space.
I know somebody that actually mortgaged their house so they could be on the Mars mission.
Oh, really?
He's number 200.
200 on the Mars
Swear to
mission,
God.
but that's a one-way trip. That's the only problem with that.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, thank you.
I have no urge to do either of this.
Neither do I.
Did you know that they're sending art up in space?
Are they really? I did
Yeah, a
not
friend of
know
mine
that.
just got nominated and it's going up.
Oh, very cool. I love that.
What would you like to say to people right now, knowing that we're on the brink of war?
Well, I mean,
What would
Yeah.
you like to say to encourage them? Because
I
this
would-
is scary.
I would love the world to stop and breathe instead of reacting.
Oh,
I've always thought that decisions or words or comments made in haste or with emotion are often regretted, and I feel like too often in our politically charged world and country that we live in, the immediacy becomes more important than the accuracy or the bigger picture. And so, calm. I preach calm. I think calmly, and I wish more people would.
I agree. Breathe and take it in.
Breathe.
Thank you.
Life is too short not to.
I agree. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I don't ask normal questions.
Yeah.
What's your name?
So you're here to celebrate David Chase.
I am, yes.
What have you done since Sopranos?
I've done quite a bit of things.
Such as, what are you most
I've
what are
been
you most
direct-
proud of?
I've been directing since 2006.
Nice.
I'm still acting. I have directed a film called The Brooklyn Banker, which includes some of our cast members from The Sopranos, and also the late Paul Sorvino, who was wonderful in it. So I'm very, very proud of that because it was my, directorial feature debut. I directed many shorts and commercials.
Do you ever do theater?
I started off in theater. Yeah, I've done Shakespeare festivals. I've done, modern plays, contemporary plays, all kinds of things.
Could we see you coming back to theater?
I would love to come back to theater. I've done a bunch of staged readings since, but theater is a very important commitment. You have to really dedicate a lot of time, and sometimes you have bills to pay.
True.
Right?
But with the strike, hey, theater's the place to
Yes,
come.
that's true. But I'm a painter. I fall back on my paintings and on my art
Have you shown in New York?
many times.
Where?
I've been showing for 30, probably a little over 30 years.
What galleries can we see you at?
I work. Okay, I do a lot of group shows and museum shows. There's a gallery that I've been with for about 7 years, Chetkin Gallery, that has now changed over to Tatum Gallery.
Yes.
There's quite a few galleries that I and other shows, group shows that I show in.
What are you the most proud of?
Most proud of, I would say, is being on The Sopranos with David Chase. David has given me my shot, my big break, they say, in the business. I was an unknown. I had been knocking around for 10, 12 years in New York City, and I auditioned twice. Once was for The New York Boss, which I knew I wasn't right for, and they chose a great actor by the name of Vince Curatola.
Oh, yeah.
And then they called me back for the second season, and my agent called me up at the time, and he said, "Federico, I think I have something that it's just written for you." I said, "Really?" And it was slated at the time as Furio, Tony Soprano's cousin from Italy, and I guess they took the cousin part out of it,
So did he write that role for you?
Yes, I believe he did. David Chase worked closely with Terry Winter, and they created the character.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank
that
you so
story.
much. Oh, my pleasure.
I own the
Hi, hello.
Here, this is for you.
Thank you. Hi.
So you're here to celebrate David Chase.
Correct?
What has been the job that has made you the most fulfilled?
You mean on The Sopranos?
Nope.
Okay.
Anytime.
Well, I had done nothing before The Sopranos, so I started out on the high board.
Really?
Yeah, nothing, zero.
No theater?
No. I went to this audition, and the rest is it. I've since played quite a few roles, yes, but I had done nothing prior.
What was your favorite role besides The Sopranos?
Oh, I'll tell you. A film I did with Jim Gandolfini and Brad Pitt called Killing Them Softly.
Wow.
We shot in New Orleans. Great role.
And what can we see you doing next?
I have an international acting studio.
Really?
On
What is
Zoom,
it?
I have Australia, I have New Zealand, I have England, I have...
Do you have New York?
Oh, sure, I have New York, and I have some private people who come to see me personally, and that's my theater group that I own.
Well, you should publicize it right now because I own the Times Square Chronicles.
Oh, okay.
And this is who we deal
It's
with.
the Vincent Curatola Acting Workshop at Gmail.
And what is your favorite thing to teach people?
To not act.
Be.
True story, to be, you're right.
And what would you like the world to know right now?
Calm down, be careful, and be kind.
Amen.
That's it.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
We have mutual friends, Harold Rappaport and Stephen Sorko.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
This is for you.
Good to see you.
Okay, right now, all I can think about is tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, especially with what is going now down with Israel and Palestine. Can you see that song being a major hit again because of this?
Well, the song has legs, as they say. I mean, the guys that wrote it, Irwin Levine, Larry Brown, are two Jersey boys,
Oh, hey.
by the way. And that song has brought home our POWs in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos, brought home our hostages from Iran, have certainly served for our young men and women who served in Desert Storm, Afghanistan, Iraq, and it continues being a symbol of homecoming for all of our veterans.
I was just at an event last night for Wounded Warriors,
Yes.
celebrating the veterans. So yes,
Yes, and we started actually Yellow Ribbon in Branson, Missouri in 1993. That's 10 years before Wounded Warriors. We were raising money on behalf of veterans, and that song, to show you how the power of music, that song has raised, I'm told, somewhere over $100 million on behalf of veterans over this 50 years.
Wait, you donated the money to the veterans from
Well, I would
that?
do free shows to veterans.
Oh,
And whatever money we got, we got. Especially 25 years of those shows in Branson and Las Vegas.
what is the most proudest moment that you've had in your whole career?
The proudest moment I've had in my whole career, my God, I think the proudest moment I ever had was when my mother was with me at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I told her when I was 9 years old that someday, Ma, I'm going to have a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And she was alive to see that. I only wish, because she was a Jersey girl, she was alive to see today, right here in this Hall of Fame of this great state of New Jersey.
Of all your songs, what is your favorite? What song means the most
All
to
for
you?
all my children.
Oh,
I don't have
we-
any favorite children.
We all have favorites. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I don't. I guess I would have to say Candida, because Candida was the first
Okay.
of the hits for girls. But the first hit record I ever had was in 1961 called Halfway to Paradise. It was the first song that Carole King ever wrote.
Yeah.
And then her hit, and it was my first hit. So I was 16 and she was 17. And so that's when it all began.
So Beautiful the musical, you should have been in.
Thank you.
What song do you think speaks the most to the world today?
I think Yellow Ribbon. I do. I think Yellow Ribbon is a call for a symbol of homecoming, forgiveness, welcoming, and I think that's why it's been such a big part of our troops and our veterans, and why it's raised so much money on their behalf.
I think that's amazing. What would you like the world to know right now?
I'd like the world to know that Irwin Levine and Larry Brown wrote Yellow Ribbon, both Jersey boys, both deserve to be in this hall, because that song they wrote really was a healing for so many of our veterans.
Thank you so much.
Right.
So you're here to honor David Chase.
Yes.
And you worked on The Sopranos.
Yes.
How did you get the role?
Oh, good question. I actually went in initially for the pilot for Father Phil. And then they shot the pilot. Time goes by. They brought me in for Agent Grasso, which was another FBI agent. I auditioned for David in his office, and he said, "Hey, will you do me a favor? Take a look at these scenes and come back for Agent Harris tomorrow." I'm like, fine, it's another FBI agent. What's the difference? Well, what's the difference is Agent Harris went on for 7 seasons. Agent Grasso, who was a good friend of mine, Frank, continued, but not in the same capacity that Agent Harris did. So that was David Chase.
No, the stories that I'm learning, it seems that David saw things in people and then wrote roles for them, basically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even just like the expansion of my role as time went on. I mean, David got to know me, got to know my personality, and sort of, again, to include that in the writing. So you see a lot of the suburban dad, which is I'm father of 3, kind of put upon guy. And that's what I said. Tony and Agent Harris had a lot in common. They were both suburban Jersey guys with these kids and these wives and like lives. And they just happened, both did their jobs, they did them well, and their lives intersected.
Coincided.
Yeah.
Of all the roles that you've done, what are you the most proud of, besides The Sopranos?
Yeah, probably a show I did called Banshee over on Cinemax, produced by HBO for Cinemax. We did 4 seasons. I think it's on Hulu right now. It was just a really, really hard show because it was an action show. So it was not sedentary at all. I at a very mature age, at a time that I thought I was probably done doing stunts and gunfights.
Surprise!
Yeah, surprise, you are an aging sheriff in a town that is very violent, and I got to do all that stuff and hurt myself and got punched and fell downstairs and all sorts of stuff. So I was just proud of it because the effort that went into making every single episode, because it was an action show from everybody involved, was amazing. So, and a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh God, I've watched Sopranos 3 times. I need a new show." I'm like, Banshee, violent, sexy, really cool. It's like Quentin Tarantino made a TV show. That's
oh
kind
wow!
of what it's like. Yeah.
What are you doing now? Where can we see you now?
I think the very last episode of season 7 of Billions is airing. So that is,
Nice.
I ended up doing 5 seasons on that show, 6 seasons. And so that's, and we're all on strike. The
Right, of
screen actors
course.
are on strike, so it's been a long year. I did a Before that all happened, I did a movie called Altum Nights with Robert De Niro earlier this year, and that will be out next year. I thought it was going to come out this Christmas. I think they pushed it into next year. But I play Robert De Niro's lawyer, and so it's a true story about Frank Costello, set in New York in the 40s and 50s, and Bobby's amazing, and just to be near him for months was just incredible.
Have you ever done theater?
Oh, I did a ton of theater. I went to Juilliard, studied theater, done Shakespeare,
Whoa,
Chekhov.
okay, so...
Yeah. My background is theater. And
what is the one role that you haven't had a chance to play that you'd like to play?
When I was in school, I was a very young man playing King Lear.
Oh,
and
nice.
I said my entire career will now be bookended. I want to live long enough to be age appropriate to do
play
King Lear,
Lear.
do that one on it could be a small stage, big stage, and that will be the bookend, going from school all the way to the,
Is there a theater company that you'd like to work for that you haven't?
Labyrinth Theater Company in New York.
Okay.
I'm just a huge fan of everything they've ever done. They have an amazing company, and so many of my friends and people I know and respect all work with that company. So,
And what is your advice for young actors?
run. Did I say it loud enough? Run.
Oh, I agree. If it's bitchy, you're in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's crazy because these days, your advice can be far more interesting because so much. I just saw Jason Alexander giving the same advice. It's like you can do everything now. Like with these iPhones, you can make your own movie.
Oh, absolutely.
So go do it with your friends. We had to sit and wait around for people to pick us through the auditioning process to do something. Now you can write, produce, and direct your own films with your friends. Do improv. Actually, that is the one thing almost every director loves, and I've used it in commercials. I've used it on major television shows. Improv. And there's so many great teachers out there, great classes. It just makes you very comfortable, with your skill. Yeah, and you're not afraid to be in a situation where things are going wrong because you're like, I've done this in a class over and over. You know how to handle yourself, and you know how to be funny. So improv. Yeah.
And is there anything that I haven't asked you that you would like our audiences to know?
Oh, just really what a great an evening. I was just saying that David Chase hates this. He hates this attention, and I'm so glad that we're going to force him to sit there and hear nice things about himself tonight. So,
Aww.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
You bet. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you very much. All right. I am so excited because I was supposed to interview somebody, but I didn't think I would have a chance, and then I'm on the red carpet with him.
We're neighbors.
We are neighbors.
You are legendary. Susanna, Times Square Chronicle, if you need your theater news and cabaret news and recording news, right here.
Thank you.
Booked.
Now, what are you doing right now?
Right now I am part of the Broadway Podcast Network, and I have a show called The Round Table. We're out here with you all, with legendary journalists.
How great. Legendary singer.
No, but I have a brand new album. My album is called Rewind, and speaking on the carpet of the New Jersey Hall of Fame, I am born in Richfield Park, New Jersey. I am a proud Jersey boy, and I told my story. I turned 40 on Halloween. And
Not yet.
I'm still 39. I may be 39
or
to
20,
people who don't watch
or
this.
29.
Or 29. I did a live album at Green Room 42, directed by Robbie Roselle, about growing up in Jersey, because we're a certain kind of person.
So wait, have you had a chance to do Jersey Boys yet?
No, I have never done Jersey Boys, but I do sing a lot of Frankie Valli when I do shows.
Wait, have you auditioned for it?
I have not.
Why not?
Harmony kind of scares me. Susan,
Oh, it's not that hard.
And
it's
what
like
about choreography?
It's
I can Sherry. It's up there. Okay.
Oh yeah, but all it is this crap.
That's okay. We could do that. We could do this.
You know,
we could do a
How hard is that?
Absolutely. Where
Swing
are you
your
from?
hips. California.
California. So do you get the Jerseyness of Jersey?
No.
Do you understand our love of coffee and the dog? And you know, when you go home and you go to your bedroom and you go to get your pajamas, you pull out a drawer. And people said it. What? I said a drawer. And
No,
they said,
I would think that's somebody that doesn't know how to talk.
And that's Jersey, and that's what Rewind, the album, is all about.
What's your favorite song on the album?
I do this crazy bipolar Rent. I do without. I do Rent, and I do Mark. And
Oh wait, is it like the 60-second Hamilton thing?
That's like that kind
I
of
love
like that we do
those.
parts. I sing Whitney. I sing a 8-song mega Manilow medley.
Have you seen Harmony yet?
I have, and I
Oh
do
my
every
God, I
single
love
day on the
Harmony.
album. I do every single day on the album. We did it. We released that as the single because I love the story. I think it's more important than ever to tell a story like Harmony. And
Absolutely. The fact that, I know this sounds horrible, and I know people died in this, but to have your career wiped out and then you
Yes.
had to live through that?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I think that's worse.
I do too. I absolutely do. And the story and the work that those harmonists, those boys are doing on stage, brilliant.
Amazing.
But
Amazing.
Bruce Sussman and Barry Manilow can
That
write.
music is incredible.
They can write.
If you had to say the one thing that defines your life, what would that be?
Are you going to make me cry?
Maybe.
She's going to make me cry. It's like the Barbara Walters of Broadway.
I want the realness of people.
So do I, and that's what I love about your interviews. And I got to see them, witness them firsthand tonight. No worries, you're okay. It's only me. It's only me.
Hey.
What would I like my career to be?
Mm-hmm.
I hope. Oh, that's okay. No worries. No. What would I like my career to be?
Yes.
I want to tell the truth, and I want people to just be able to be authentically themselves. I stopped singing for 15 years. I
Why?
was afraid. I thought that there was no career for me. I became a school teacher, which I'm very lucky and grateful for. But I thought I had bad auditions. No one's going to accept
But
me.
it wasn't singing your soul?
It's in my soul. It chased me. So I hope my career, from my Unfinished Business album to Rewind to everything I do, is that no matter how old you are, no matter what age you are, there's something that every one of you wants to do.
Yes.
And you're afraid to do it. And if we just take a step, amazing things can happen. And it could be to open an Etsy shop, to lose weight, to go on a date, to travel, whatever it is for you. And I hope that people are inspired.
I think we need to be inspired these
Yes.
days. I think we need to learn how to communicate.
Yes, we
I
don't.
think we need to learn how to listen.
Yes, we don't do that either.
No, I mean, we used to be a land that you could have differences of opinion, and
Right.
now, surprisingly enough, you're not supposed to.
No differences of opinion. The truth does not matter.
But to me, it does.
And to me, it does too.
I don't think I could ever be silent about
Me
that.
either. And our truth and your own truth is so valuable. And I hope that people know that no matter who you are, you're perfect and beautiful just the way you are. That's my message.
I believe that songs are the windows to the soul.
Mm-hmm.
What song or cycle of songs says who you are right now?
Oh boy, that's a really great question.
Well, I think that question changes, but
Absolutely.
right now, who are you?
Well, the album ends, Rewind ends with the Peter Allen song "Once Before I Go," and from The Boy from Oz as well. And I think that before we all go, because we can have tons of money, but we can run out and get more, but we cannot get time. And I think that before our lives are over and before we get too old to do it, I think we need to do what our quest is on this earth. So before I go, I want to be able to sing. I want to be on the red carpet with you. I want to be able to get my message out and to create art, because I think art is what heals us all. And I think that's my goal, and that's what I hope.
Now, is Rewind out yet?
Rewind is out. It's
So tell
out.
them about Rewind.
Rewind is out. You can get it wherever music is streaming. So if you're an Apple, if you're a iTunes, if you're a Spotify, if you're a Tidal, wherever music is, and it's fun. It's 1 hour of my stories growing up, my bad Rent audition, my love for Manilow. It's a little bit of everything.
Wait, who did you audition for in Rent?
For Roger, and I had to know. This was before YouTube.
But you're too squeaky clean.
Thank you. I think I've spruced myself up as I've gotten a little bit older. I wanted to be Mark. I wear glasses, and I was going to be Mark, and they brought me in for
I
Roger.
can see that.
And they had no YouTube. I couldn't look up the lyrics to One Song Glory, and I went into Telsey Casting, and I botched it. And the next day, I changed my major from musical theater to teaching. I thought I was
Just
cut out
because
for
of
it.
one audition?
One audition.
Well, that's sad.
What a gift, right?
Well, I lost out on 9 because I was all bloated that day, the girl thing.
Yes, I get it.
And I thought that I was wrong for the show, and it turns out that what they wanted me for was the German at the Schma.
Yes.
And I could have had weight. They would have said gain more, and now I'm like, what was I thinking?
It's my dream to book a job where they tell me to gain more weight.
Not mine.
I get it.
It's my dream to say, oh, here, liposuction, okay.
That works too. I like that too. I appreciate it. But yeah,
Thank you.
But what you do and what we all are doing is so important. So thank you for covering all of us.
Oh my God, thank you, and I'm so glad that we got the chance to interview. Liz, this is for you.
This is for you, Liz Scholar. Sure. I'd love for you to come. We're doing a Christmas show at Chelsea. I know you'll be busy, but it's Robbie is going to do it, and Kevin Smith Kirkwood is going to sing with.
When we had a year like this one. This has been an incredible year for my sons, for them both. Some of you may have heard that Tiki's older brother was inducted into the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yes. Tiki is here to be inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Before we do that, let's take a look at his life and career.
Thank you, Mom. She didn't embarrass me this time.
Mark Rivera.
Walked on the beach beside that old hotel. They're tearing it down now, but it's just as well. I haven't shown you everything a man can do. Stay with me, baby. I've got plans for you. This is the time to remember.